And that is, OK, well, we'll just wait and see. OK. Hi, I'm Tony Jones. Here's a bonus question we couldn't fit on Q&A. It's from Mariam Albanda.
Hi. So we talk about the importance of consuming a balanced diet and nutritious foods. However, we have two contradicting images Australians are exposed to. We should eat healthy and look after our body, but also advertising foods that are high in refined sugars and saturated fats. What measure does the Australian government need to take in tackling the issue of, for example, sugar addiction, especially this climate where large food companies are becoming more prominent in society?
Jeffrey Sachs.
Our food industry is killing us. It is stuffed our foods with processing and with sugar additives that has created a massive obesity epidemic. And it should be stopped by regulation and by control of the advertising also, which targets children, which, at least in my country, uses government contracts to get sugar beverages into schools at a young age. So this has gotten out of control. We have 40% obesity rate in the United States, and that is a product of our food industry, the fast foods, the McDonald's, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, and others that have loaded the American diet with unhealthy processing and sugar.
James Paterson, time for regulation on excessive sugar consumption in Australia.
Tony, I agree that obesity is a problem, but it's a problem we need to keep in a sense of perspective as well. In the last few decades, as obesity has become a greater problem, our life expectancy has also increased and lots of other measures of our quality of life have improved. So it is a problem, but it's not something we need to totally lose our heads over. And I don't support sugar taxes or any further regulation on advertising. In fact, it's a bipartisan political position in Australia that we don't introduce sugar taxes. They have been introduced in some jurisdictions around the world, and in not one of those jurisdictions has it led to a reduction in the rate of obesity.
Terri, is it bipartisan because of the sugar industry in Queensland, where you're from?
Well, no. I think it's bipartisan because across Australia we have a range of measures to deal with this issue. In my state, in Queensland, there is strong regulation about school tuck shops, school lunch boxes even. We do have a very strong preventative health focus here, as you know. It's a very different situation to the situation in the US. There are already strong public health measures being levied. But of course, there's a sugar industry in Queensland. I have to say it's a lot smaller than it used to be. That I had some sugar producers come and visit me concerned about, for example, the collapse of the renewable energy target because they had envisaged a new future for themselves as an inputter of power into the grid through renewable energy.
Are you saying a sugar tax would kill them off?
I'm saying that we do have a sugar industry. You're right to say that we do have one. But that I think that our public health measures that are being implemented are pretty good. I can't even send a chocolate chip biscuit to my kids' school with them for their lunch without getting at least a stern look, if not a note home. And that's because we have, over many, many years, moved to a public health framework that does seek to have healthier choices for children in schools, including in school tuck shops and in lunch boxes.
James, would you regard a sugar tax as an indication of a nanny state?
Yes. Having said that, I think that I've been against sugar for a long time. I had arthritis when I was 16 and was advised by an alternative doctor, a naturopath, to cut out sugar and coffee and meat. So I had a very austere diet for a long time, and that helped me get over arthritis, and why I'm able to walk around freely today. So I do believe sugar is bad for you. On the other hand, I don't believe that the government should spend its time telling people what to do. Inform them by all means, warn them by all means, but stop telling them what to do. They are meant to be servants of the people, not their bosses.
Linda.
I think the issue that we have, to come back to something Jeffrey said, is that the marketing industry is telling us what to do. The advertising industry is telling us what to do. We know that works. We know it's phenomenally effective in ways that we don't even really understand. Some of the most incredibly powerful and effective psychological research in the world is conducted by the advertising industry. They know what they're doing, and they are telling us what to do, and they are manipulating us. And we do need to control that, not just in terms of sugar and food, but in terms of fossil fuels and you name it, we need to regulate the advertising industry. That's not nanny state, that's self-protection.
All right, that's your bonus question. That's all we have time for. Please thank our questioner, Mariam.